My family history is pretty interesting. I'm from Canada, but my ancestors all come from different places. My grandparents on my mother's side of the family moved from Scotland to Canada in the 19th century. In the 1930s, though, my grandfather was working in England. So my mother, aunts, and uncle were born in London and lived through World War II. In the 1950s, my grandfather was offered a job in Canada, and so the family moved back there. My grandfather on my father's side was from Transylvania, which is now part of Romania. In the 1920s, he went to university in Scotland. While he was there, he met, fell in love with, and eventually married a local girl, my grandmother. They moved back to Transylvania, which is where my father was born. Shortly after, though, they moved to neighboring Hungary. My father grew up in Hungary, but in 1956 there was a revolution, and my father, who was 19 at that time, was forced to leave. He eventually settled in Canada, which is where he met my mother. My father passed away in 2010, but our family is doing great. My mother and two brothers are still in Canada. My sister lives in Germany, and I've been in Singapore since 2001. I'm still Canadian, but I'm proud of my Scottish and Hungarian background. And my wife is Singaporean, so that's made my family tree even more international.